hell of a driver with Ricky, and I think it's going to be successful for him.
What about Tyler Carpenter? I have to ask you about that at Gateway last year. What's your feelings on this? Is he going to win this race, or how about all of it?
No hard feelings, man. We're all racers, and if you race together long enough, stuff's going to happen. So nothing but the best.
All right, Dalton Wilson looking for his first win in the Lucas Oil Series for James Ratliff. Tyler Carpenter as well, looking for his first career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series as the Racing Bureau starts over here underway. This is a fun vantage point, isn't it? You get to see everything up here. Tyler Carpenter's going to grab the lead into turn 3, and we've got a caution. I think we had a jump start. You've never done that, have you? You never jumped a start, have you?
Just a few times. Jeremy's been on me the last month or so about my starts. I had a bad one over in Illinois, and ever since then, he just won't let it go. I think I hurt his feelings.
So the pole sitter is the pace setter. That's what they tell you on the receiver. So Tyler Carpenter go back his spot as they come out at turn 4. Green is back out at the Racing Ferrero start zone. And Dalton Wilson will lead him into turn 1. How about the Don O'Neill starts?
Yeah, the way this racetrack is, I think it's going to be hard to beat Dalton. He's a gasser, and I think this racetrack's going to suit him well.
His best career finish has been second in a Lucas Oil race. Again, this doesn't count for championship points, but it does count for the all-time win list. Wilson leads Thornton and Tyler Carpenter. Tyler Bruning off at turn 4. You've had that happen to you on a start. Does that kind of fire you up a little bit more? So is Tyler Carpenter fired up a little bit more now?
I'm sure he is. Anytime that you pretty much just give a position away, whether you were in the right or the wrong, it definitely hurts you. And starting on the second row of this mini feature here, it can mean the world. Obviously you can look at them; they're kind of single filed out, and maybe if he'd have started second like he was supposed to, he'd have the lead.
Yeah, they tell you every driver's meeting and on the receiver, where to start the race at. Dalton Wilson right now in front. Thornton, Carpenter, Bruning, your top 4. Boom is 5th. Todd Brennan runs in 6th. And right now, Dalton Wilson, and we've got a Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution HUD, and it's going to be for Seth Daniels. I believe he's got a flat tire in the 21D car, so 4 laps in the books. So we kind of changed the starts this year. We started at Golden Isles with it. Tell the fans out there a little bit about what happened on that start of that race.
Well, they got 2 feather flags on the more so to the late apex of the corner in 3 and 4, and you got to start in between those 2 feather flags. But a lot of times that leader can adjust. He's not supposed to, but he'll adjust his pace just a little bit and get the outside guy thrown off, and sometimes that can create a little bit of a false start, so to speak, for the outside guy, and then that's what you've seen there with Tyler. But Dalton did a really good job of making him fire just a little bit early. He did a good job of holding him back and making sure that he had a good run going down the front straightaway. So, and then he did a really good job as well with that start on Ricky. So the feather flags are new this year with instead of the chalk line. We like the feather flags a little bit better as racers just because it gives us a little bit, the guy that's leading or starts on the pole of the race, a little bit more of an advantage more so than the chalk line.
People don't realize that East Bay is probably the toughest to do starts and restarts in because of the way, as you mentioned, the way that corner is in turn 4 at East Bay.
Yeah, especially the way that it gets kind of ice slick and everything. You really fan out, look for the traction, and don't worry, we hear it in the drivers' meetings every year we go back there, that we need to keep the starts clean and all that. So, but man, what a racetrack East Bay is, and we look forward to going there every year.
Hey, guys, real quick, flat left rear tire on Seth Daniels' S21. He did not come down to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. They pushed that car straight back to the pit area. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing.
All right, Destin, 4 down. And 16 to go. Carpenter on the outside into turn 1. And now Thornton tries the bottom on Dalton Wilson down the back straightaway as we work lap 5. Carpenter back in it here, headed to turn 3. It's awful dirty sometimes at the top there, isn't it?
It is, and whenever it's a little dusty like this, it's hard to, in Carpenter's deal there, it might have been a little bit hard to see. He ended up in the fluff and just got his nose in the ground a little bit.
In the top 6 advance to tomorrow night's 60-lap A-main, 30,000 to win. It's still Dalton Wilson has led from the start. And he had a good run at Fairbury. Second to Bobby Pierce as they go down the back straightaway. And right now, Dalton Wilson. Here comes Brennan on the bottom in car 20. The advantage being out in front on this racetrack, as you found out, it took you a while to get to the lead. I believe one lap 12 in that first one. But right now, Dalton Wilson clean and green so far.
Yeah, like I said before, this is his style of racetrack, kind of on the gas, and his race car's really good, and was able to start up front. And he seems to be about a tenth better. I'm watching the screen here, and he just barely creeping away from Ricky. So, like you said, he might be the one that's gonna put Ricky at bay tonight.
So right now, Thornton in second, but he's about 4 car lengths back. Thornton drifts up the track. As we work lap 9 in the books, we'll lap halfway next time around. Good battle back here between Carpenter and Brennan, side by side in turn 1, Hudson.
Oh, Carpenter ran off the back straightaway there just a little bit.
You did that a few times in your race, didn't you?
Yeah, it looks like Brennan's going to get him here. So
Carpenter back to 4th, 10 to go halfway. Tyler Bruning 5th, Eddie Carrier Jr. from the tail now running at 6th. Good battle here, Hud, from 3rd on back, but meanwhile the top 2 pretty well separated each other from the rest of the field.
If I'm not mistaken, James, they lock in 6th for tonight, right?
Yeah, top 6 go. So Carrier right now in 6th, Boom Briggs 7th. Tyler Erb struggling back in 8th, Hudson.
Yeah, you hate to see that, fellow Rocket car, but Tyler's a good enough racer. He's raced a long time, and I wouldn't look for him to stay down too long.
All right, so you're out in front with Dalton Wilson here. You can see the big lead, about 10 car lengths. What are you doing now? You're just trying to hit your marks right with 8 to go? Yeah,
you're just trying to not make any unnecessary moves that you don't need to make. He's running really good laps here, not making any mistakes. Looks like he's running a pretty smooth line, not hustling his race car too much. And right now, whenever you got a big lead like this, I'm sure his guys are telling him, and he just needs to make sure he hits his marks, because all it takes, one shove in this deal, and Ricky's all back over him. So he just needs to keep his lines clean.
Well, Tyler Carpenter still 4th, Bruning 5th, Carrier is 6th. That's the battle back here. Boom Briggs will get the spot back. In the top 6 advance right now, it's Wilson, Thornton, Brennan, Carpenter, your top 4. Then a great battle here between Boom. Boom may have to take a cigarette break. I'm not sure what here is going on here, but he's on the move now. On the bottom of Carrier down the back straightaway for that 6th and final spot. Good race here. How about Boom bringing about 25 cars to Lernerville last week?
I know it, yeah. I bet their wash day was extensive. Boom's kind of like the mayor around our pit area. Anytime anybody's flustered or anything, he comes over and he knows how to get Mark calmed down at times, which is good. And we enjoy having Boom around a lot.
Has he ever offered you a drink or a smoke?
A Busch Light.
A Busch Light, yeah. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Turbo in on.
Uh-oh, we got a race for the lead, Jake.
Well, right now he's closed in. It was 9/10 of a second. Now it's 1/10 of a second. Thornton for the lead. Oh man, what do you do now? Thornton down the back straightaway, side by side, Hudson. White flag. He's got it.
He does.
This guy's unstoppable.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. We were talking and we weren't paying no attention. I don't know if he messed up or maybe Ricky just ran him down or what happened there.
Well, I've been accused of that a few times. They go down the back straightaway, final lap. He's going to take the lead on the white flag lap, and Ricky Thornton Jr. is going to win in the 20 RT. 2nd is Wilson. 3rd is Brennan. 4th at the line is Tyler Carpenter over Tyler Bruning. 6th is Boom Briggs. Well, he waited and waited. We had a great battle for 3rd on back and up front. Thornton just ran him down, Hud, and got the lead in the win, and his 11th win in the Lucas Oil Series this year. This team is on a roll, man.
They are, and sometimes in the situation they're in, their race car's so good that they got a great driver in Ricky, and at times sometimes you just can't do anything to mess up, and I think that's where they're at. Everything falls their way, and they've had a really good last few months, 3-4 months, however long it's been, and everybody in this pit area is chasing him. So hopefully we have something for him tomorrow, James.
Yeah, Tyler Erb shredded a tire in that last lap. He'll come home and nice. So it'll be Thornton, Wilson, Brennan, Carpenter, Bruning and Briggs, your top 6 to transfer. Then Carrier, Black, Erb, and Seth Daniels. As we will come out and talk to the top 3 here. We'll have the replay, Hudson, of how Thornton got the lead on the white flag lap. So right there, he's good. Wilson looking good, but tell us a little bit right there as they take the white flag, what happened?
I'm not sure. I don't know if Ricky just picked the pace up or maybe if Dalton just spun his tires or maybe was just slowing down a little bit there at the end of that race. That thing went caution-free had one caution rather, I'm sorry, and on a racetrack like this, it can be pretty demanding, and Ricky was just able to capitalize there in the late stages, and it looked like he was able to just make a great amount of speed through 3 and 4 on that last lap there that we seen, and able to pass him down here in 1 and 2.
Well, you and him had a great race at Lernerville last week. I mean, I think I put out there how many lap lead changes there were officially. It was unbelievable, but, man, that had been a lot of fun last week. I know you'd wanted to get the win, but – man, that was a good, clean battle between you two.
It was awesome. And anytime you can have a race like that, it makes it well worth it. And I know a lot of the fans enjoyed it. I've heard from several that it was a great race. And, like you said, we want to win. But,
right.
Having a second-place finish, especially after a race like that, there's no shame in that. We came here, we got a good start to the weekend. So maybe we'll have a flip-flop this weekend, and maybe we can get one home. But having Ricky, he's gonna be in the pole shuffle. I heard we're having one of those, and so he's gonna be a tough competitor. He always is, and so is McCready starting, after winning the first one, and so we're
How about
excited
the top
about
2
it.
drivers in the country, both from Martinsville, Indiana?
Yeah, that's pretty.
Even
cool.
though you really technically don't live there anymore, but still, you'll always be a native of Martinsville.
Yeah, for sure. My family's born and raised there, just about all of them, and that's where I'm always going to be from. I've recited to Hope, the great town of Hope, James, the Hauser Jets.
The gated community, the Hauser Jets, you got it right.
Yeah, so
all right. We'll get some more comments from you here in a second about tomorrow night as Ricky Thornton Jr. did it again. Winning never gets old, does it, Edson?
Well, look at him. He looks like he's just won 50,000 2 weeks in a row.
Well, he drove a like a micro sprint or something a few days ago. Here he is, the number 1 ranked dirt late model driver in the nation. And he will advance to tomorrow night's pole shuffle. Your winner, here he comes out of Martinsville, Indiana. Maybe. Ricky Thornton Jr., there he is. He's done it so many times this year. It never gets old as he's on the roof of the car. And Dustin Jarrett, Dalton Wilson led 18 laps, but Thornton leads the last 2.
Yes, he does. He got a confetti bath down here. I got poked in the eye by a piece of confetti. I've asked 5 people exactly what just transpired there with a couple laps ago. Nobody knows the answer. All of a sudden, we all looked up. You went from about 9/10 of a second back of Dalton to right on his back bumper. So I'm just going to go straight to the source and ask, how did you close on him that quick?
Really, I don't know. I felt like I was trying to run too hard to stay with him, and I thought, man, maybe if I just slow down for about 5 laps and cool my stuff off, that maybe the last 5 laps I'd have a good run, and that's kind of how it worked. Like it was weird. It got where the line actually moved down about half a car, and he was just barely too high on exit, and I was able to get to him. And then I'm like, man, I don't even know once I get to him if I'll be able to do anything, but worked out for us. It was pretty cool.
It's that old adage, catching him is one thing, passing him is another. How did you make that pass with 2 laps to go?
I was good enough off turn 2, and I had been working it, kind of running just all in on the bottom and then exit down through the middle, and I could get a good launch. So I knew if I could race him down into 1 and make him drive hard off of 2, I'd at least have a shot to try to get next to him. And I don't know, it worked out. I got to thank Dyno One, Longhorn Chassis, Certified Inspection Service, Hoker Trucking, Coltman Farms, Big River Steel, all the fans for coming out. Hopefully this rain holds off tomorrow. We can come out and be up on the front again.
He's going to try to parlay this into a win tomorrow night. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Ricky Thornton Jr. And he's going to draw out a 50-50 number as well. $1,064 is the winning 50-50, or is the winner's share of the 50-50. Thanks, RT. If you have this, we'll ask you to take it to the main ticket office. The winning number, does the color matter, Savannah? No, color does not matter. Winning ticket number, 591671. 591671, good for $1,064. If you got it, take it to the main office, please.
DJ Hudd said Thornton probably won the 50-50. He's won everything else.
He wins everything else. Do want to let you know as we grab Dalton Wilson over here, those of you that are on your way out, they are watching the weather for tomorrow. And keep checking social media. There is a possibility, James, as you know, they could move things up a little bit depending on how these fronts go. Dalton Wilson taking a big drink of Gatorade down here. Oh, so close yet again, my friend. We asked RT how he closed on you that quick. Did you feel like something happened on your end, or all of a sudden the 20 RT was right beside you?
I noticed that the racetrack really changed a lot there about 5 to go down in 3 and 4, but I didn't really know what to do, and he found the line and he obviously took off there pretty good. But thanks to my guys, they've been busting their butts. Nick, Hunter, Gentry, my brother. Maybe we'll finish the deal for these guys here for too long.
The consistency you've had, though, man, that's got to feel good for you and James and Gollett and this team.
Yeah, absolutely. We're building our program, and we're you got to keep finishing up here, and the wins will come. So hopefully that's the case. Just thank James and Justin and Jennifer Ratliff for this whole opportunity. Gullett back at the shop. Like I said, my guys, they've been busting their butts. It's my girlfriend, just my brother, my mom, just everybody behind this deal. We got a lot of great sponsors. MGL, Grand Lee, the Auto Outlet, JRR Motor Sales, JRR Trucking. All Trucks, VP, New Point Lighting and Design, Oliver Livestock, Penske, Longhorn. Just, there's a lot of people behind this deal. Buddha Burt, Wiles. I forget a lot of people a lot of times, but just thanks to each and every one of them for all they do for us. ICS, Bo Miller. We run a Vic Hill motor tonight, and we almost got it done.
Get that bug off the microphone there. Congratulations, Fayetteville, North Carolina's Dalton Wilson gets a second-place finish, and we'll corral your third-place finisher. One of the regulars here. How about it, ladies and gentlemen, rounding out your Big River Steel podium and giving him a round of applause, Todd Brennan. A 6-time winner this year, man. Hey, if we could just get you to qualify a little bit better, man, it could be you up there at the front. Talk about the rally that you had to make coming from the middle or back of the pack up here to get a third-place finish.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank all the local guys for coming out, man. Been racing here for 20-plus years in front of these guys. Just want to say thanks for coming. This is awesome, man, to race in front of you. Secondly, I was just so late in qualifying. It slowed down just a smidge, and, the difference was a tenth of being, like, where you needed to be, and I felt like we had a good race car. I'm like, man, if we could just get it together, and I kind of bobbled off the first start. I had a good one. The second one, I bobbled. I'm like, tag on it. And then she was digging, so we just got up on the wheel, and I wanted a caution there at the end to see if I had anything for him, but the same deal, I kind of didn't in case the guys behind me got close to me. So I'm just excited. I know this is just a podium, but to me, in front of the hometown crowd's like a win, man, with Lucas Oil.
And you're locked into the show tomorrow, man. That's got to make you sleep a little bit easier tonight, too.
Oh, yeah. I'm an overthinker. We being in that third feature was just so long of waiting and guessing the setups and, adjustments we was making. And, yeah, it gets a little stressful, but man, I'm just glad to be here.
I was talking to your wife down there. I said they need to sell some T-shirts. He may have just done it. Buy some T-shirts. How about it? Todd Brennan, ladies and gentlemen, rounds out your Big River Steel podium tonight. Todd, get down there. They're going to grab a picture with you. Yeah.
I wanted to say thanks to my wife. She lets me do all this, and we do a lot, and just appreciate her a lot.
How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Another round of applause. Todd Brennan rounds out